Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Upgraded Sets. Today we're going to be looking at Cathan's. Cathan's is the Cathan's Traps, and Cathan's Traps has quite a few pieces in it. It's got the Cathan's Rule Battle Staff, it has the Cathan's Visage Mask, the Cathan's Mesh Chainmail, the Cathan's Sigil Amulet, and the Cathan's Seal Ring. Now, a lot of these items are actually fairly common. Most people will find a Cathan's Seal Ring at some point during their journey, and might even just throw it away. The Cathan's Sigil is also equally as easy to come by, and generally most people don't hold on to it. We also have Cathan's Mesh and Cathan's Mask, which drop all the time, like literally all the time. I think the Cathan's Rule Battle Staff might be the rarer piece of the set, because I usually don't see that as often as the rest. I believe if I was going to rank these as far as rarity, I'm pretty sure it's the Battle Staff, the Amulet, and then the Mask, the Chainmail, and the Ring drop everywhere. So they're all kind of equal. Now, this particular set is a rather odd one, and although it does have a staff in it, it doesn't seem to be pointed directly at a sorceress. And now that we can upgrade it, it might be a little bit better than it was before, but we're going to find out. So let's go over each individual piece, and then we'll go over the full set bonus, and then we'll upgrade the items. So we have Cathan's Rule Battle Staff, which is 6 to 13 damage, which at level 11 is okay. +1 to fire skills, which would certainly be nice for any fire skill character. +10 to maximum fire damage, which actually does add quite a bit of extra damage to your attack. 50% bonus damage to undemons for being a staff. It also has all resistances 10 as a green bonus, which if we look carefully here, it is the 3-piece bonus. Then we also have mana 50 plus 50 for the 3-piece bonus, which is not bad. Interesting. On the Cathan's Seal Ring, we get 6% lifesteal, damage reduced by 2, and for at least one other piece, it looks like, I want to make sure it's just one. At least one other piece, we get +10 strength, which is actually not bad. +10 strength can be very useful around this level. We also have Cathan's Visage Mask, which is 225 defense, of course, because it has the defense based on character level. 23 strength, level 11, 20 to mana, 25 cold resistance, and it's not terrible. The defense is one other item, I believe. So double check. Yes, it's just one other item for the defense, so not bad. Now that is going to vary quite a bit, basically from 2 to 198, because it's 2 per level, and my character's level 99. So we also have the Amulet, which is 10% faster hit recovery at level 11. Attacker takes lightning damage of 5, which is not really that big of a deal, but at level 11 it might kill a couple things. 25% better chance of magic items with the... what is that? 2-piece bonus? So 3-piece bonus for the magic find, and 2-piece bonus for the attack rating, 50 attack rating. We also get some other bonuses, gold bonuses. When you put on at least 2 items, you get 15 to 20 fire damage and regenerate mana 16%. The 3 bonus is a lightning resist 25%, and the full bonus is 60 to attack rating, 10% faster cast, 20 to mana, cold resist 25%, lightning resist 50, fire resist 25%, poison resist 25%, and magic damage reduced by 3. So if we take this character to a normal difficulty game, I think you'll find that the resistances from this set are actually kind of nice, because even though they are spread out across the entire set, we are probably looking at a pretty decent amount of resistances. So we've got 75% fire, 75% lightning, 75% cold, and 65% poison. If we take this to nightmare difficulty, we'll get a better idea of what the set has in resistances, because I bet you some of those are capped. So here we go in nightmare difficulty. We're rocking 55% fire, 50% lightning, 50% cold, and 25% poison. So actually not bad at all on the resistances for a 4-piece set. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-piece set. The resistances are actually kind of nice. It also gives some rather interesting things like the 10% faster cast, the 20 to mana, the regenerate mana. Honestly, it's a really odd set. So part of it seems to be sort of pointed toward a sorceress, and part of it seems to be pointed toward a melee character. And this almost makes me think that this would probably be a very good set for a early Fire Claws druid. If you were going to play a Fire Claws druid, this would give you fire skills, it would give you fire damage, it would give you regeneration of mana, which might help with your casting of abilities, and it'll give you a pretty large amount of resistances as well. Honestly, in normal difficulty, wearing full Cathans will pretty much set you as far as resistances are concerned, and the added fire damage along with the the other effects on this actually make for a pretty decent attack at level 11. Now, interestingly enough, though, we can upgrade this set, and this is something that we're going to explore. So obviously, we cannot upgrade the amulet, and we cannot upgrade the Cathan's seal, and that's okay. But we are going to upgrade the staff, the mask, and the chainmail. So let's give this a shot, shall we? So the staff is going to require a Ral rune, a soul rune, and a perfect emerald, and it will go from 6 to 13 damage, fast attack rating level 11, to 14 to 34, level 25, and with a strength requirement of 25. And when we put this on, I've noticed that they go up to level 30, which seems to be the... once they get one green bonus, they go to level 30. And let me just show you this because this is important. When you put on the staff without any other pieces, it stays at level 25. And when you put on the staff with one other green bonus, it goes up to level 30. Or actually, this one was 2 green bonuses. Interesting. Not really sure exactly why that is, but I guess we'll find out later. We also have the helmet, which can be upgraded, the mask, and that will require a shale, a towel, and a perfect timement. Now this one's going to go from 27 defense at level 20 or level 11, 23 strength, to 76 defense, 55 strength, level 25. And level 30 when equipped. Now, the defense on this helmet was actually kind of like the main thing, because it has the defense based on character level, and then when you add the defense to it, the 76 defense, it goes up even more. So we've got 274 defense on its top end now, which is pretty nice. Now, the damage has gone up considerably for level 30, 58 to 135, and the defense on the mask went up very nicely. I'm actually kind of impressed with both those upgrades, but... if I was a Fire Claws druid, I wouldn't matter. The physical damage wouldn't matter too much. It would be more or less the speed of the weapon. So not really sure about that. We also have the armor, which can be upgraded, which I know is going to get quite a nice little bump from this because armors generally do. We're going to go from the chainmail, of course, to the nightmare version, and it's going to be 90 defense, 24 strength, 11 level. To 217 defense, 46 strength, level 25. So as you can see here, not much of a strength bump on any of these pieces of equipment. 25 strength on the staff is still relatively low. 55 strength on the helmet is still relatively low. And 46 strength on the armor is still relatively low. The upgrade on this for 1 tier was definitely not terrible. Like if I was a self-found character who happened to have a Cathan's Mesh, and I happened to have a Cathan's Seal. This is actually a pretty good combo for lower level characters, because obviously you get the 6% lifesteal, you also get the nice fire resistance, the attacker takes damage of, the plus to strength, just generally a bunch of really nice little things here. You also get the 2-piece bonus of 15 to 20 fire damage and regenerate mana 16%. So you get quite a lot for these 2 pieces, but the armor really wanes off very quickly when you get to higher accent difficulties because the defense is so low. And being able to upgrade the armor 1 tier could definitely be useful from a solo self-found standpoint, because you might not have anything better. This could probably be the best piece of equipment that you've found so far, and giving it a little bit of extra defense definitely helps. So we can upgrade this set one more time, and I don't think that this set is going to be worth upgrading one more time, but this video is about upgrading the sets, so we are going to do it. So to upgrade Captain's Rule Battle Staff, you're going to have to go with a Pull Rune, a Lum Rune, and a Perfect Emerald. And this is going to upgrade it from 14 to 34 damage, level 25, strength requirement of 25, to 65 to 108 with a dexterity requirement of 27, level 74 requirement when equipped, but level 62 when not equipped. And level 52 strength. So relatively low on the requirements. A lot of these pieces in this set, unlike Saigons, which I don't know if you saw that video, that one's up as well. Saigons, all of the pieces were just really high strength requirement pieces of gear, and this is part of the issue, is that those really high strength requirement pieces of gear really upgrade to higher strength requirement pieces of gear. But all of the pieces in this set are relatively low requirement pieces, and not only that, but the Cathan's mesh has 50% requirements on it, negative, which is definitely helping in the strength category there. So the entire set has just relatively low requirements, which means that when we upgrade something like the Cathan's mesh, it's still going to have low requirements. So let's upgrade Cathan's Visage, Death Mask, which is going to be a Lem Rune, a Co-Rune, and a Perfect Diamond. So it's going to go from 76 defense, 55 strength, level 25, to 122 defense, 102 strength, level 55, which upgrades to 67 when equipped. 320 defense on the mask now that it's a demon head, so quite a nice bump in defense. However, the level requirement went way up, and that is part of the issue. Could be moderately useful if it was a little bit lower level, but I don't see a lot of people using Cathan's Visage at level 67. Although it could be funny just to build a character with full Cathan set at level, end game, just for fun. Now, Cathan's mesh armor is going to upgrade into the Bone Weave. And I think with that negative 50% requirements on there, we're actually going to see some magic happen, because it's going to upgrade nicely. We're going to see a relatively high defense. We're going to see a relatively low strength requirement, and it'll actually probably be something that you could put like on a mercenary or something like that. I wouldn't spend a Lem and a Co-Rune to upgrade this, but with the negative 50% requirements, it actually makes a halfway decent upgrade option. So let's take a look at this, shall we? So we went to 436 strength, defense, 79 strength requirement, so still relatively low, and level 47 with level 59 level requirement. That's actually not bad for the level requirement. I mean, if I was rocking Cathan's Seal still, which can happen because it's a relatively easy to come by life steal item, and I wanted to rock just like 2 pieces, I could maybe rock the ring and the armor, which is regeneration mana, and you also get the defense and the plus to strength. Or you could potentially rock the helmet and the armor, which is actually not bad defense-wise, because you get 320 and 436 defense on both of these. But who am I kidding? Nobody's going to be rocking Cathan's armor. Cathan's set, Cathan's traps at level, what is the highest piece? The highest piece is like level 74. Nobody's going to be rocking this set at level 74. Not really quite sure what they could do to fix this. It's it is relatively low strength requirement. I mean, there's that, but none of these pieces really has any bonus to defense. So, like, if Cathan's Mesh had a instead of a flat defense bonus, a percentage-based defense bonus, it would be better. If Cathan's Visage had a percentage-based defense bonus, it would be better. Cathan's Rule really needs some sort of physical damage ED. If it had some sort of physical damage ED, the damage would be higher. And I mean, 65 to 108 is certainly not terrible, but 65 to 108 is terrible at level 74, and that is the problem. And of course, the neither the ring nor the amulet went up in level, because of course they are not upgradable. It's an interesting set, and at its low level, at its original level, like, you know, before it gets upgraded, it actually wouldn't make a bad enchant sorceress set. It wouldn't make a bad fire druid set. In fact, you could even rock this on like a holy fire paladin just for laughs. The resistances combined with all the other nice effects that this set has are actually pretty decent at a low level if you have the entire set handy. And as I said, it's not really a particularly hard set to come by. If you hang on to the pieces, you can usually put this set together rather easily. And Cathan's Seal has been the go-to lifesteal ring for many a character, you know, as they level up. So, you know, if you have 2 Cathan Seals, you can usually put those on, get yourself a nice 12% lifesteal, which isn't bad. It's too bad you can't get the 10 strength bonus from putting on 2 Cathan Seals. But you can get the 10 strength bonus from putting on the mask, a ring in the mask, or a ring in the amulet, which isn't absolutely terrible. And a lot of the times, believe it or not, when you're doing solo self-found, a lot of these pieces of the set are actually better than everything you have. Plus, you get you get this beautiful green armor. Who doesn't like this beautiful green armor? Come on now. And you know, right now I'm rocking 216 to 364 damage, which is kind of funny considering I'm rocking a little Lobby set. The shillelagh over here. I don't know. The 50 bonus to mana is actually pretty massive around that level because you just really don't have a lot of mana. You know, and then it also provides you with regeneration of mana as well. I mean, those two things right off the bat there are actually pretty cool as far as a character goes. Any character that's running out of mana on a regular basis, you're going to get a bonus to mana, you're going to get another bonus to mana with the full set, and then you also get regeneration to mana, and a pretty massive amount of resistances, and even some faster cast. You also get 20 to mana on the helmet, so we're rocking, what is that, 50 from the green bonus on the staff. We've got 20 from the helmet, so 50, 60, 70. We've got another 20 from the full set bonus, which is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we're rocking 90 more mana than we would normally at the relatively low level of Cathan's armor, which is not bad. I think that this set is kind of outperformed by a lot of other sets, but it's certainly not a terrible one. I mean, at level 11, it can actually be quite nice on a character. And maybe you just want to use it just for fun. But Cathan's Flesh Bone Weave, everyone, and the Shillelagh, and the Demon Head Visage. It's very interesting. If they want these sets to scale properly, they're going to have to put in some scaling effects. Some effects that scale with level. Like, for instance, enhanced damage on the weapons, enhanced defense on the armors and the shields and the helmets and the belts and the gloves and the boots. These are some very basic things that they could make changes for. Instead of going with flat defense like you have on the Cathan's Mesh of plus 15 was a lot on the original armor. If we go and we take a look at an original chainmail armor, you can see that chainmail only has around, you know, like, what is it, 72 to 75 defense. So a bonus of 15 defense would be the equivalent of what? If we were to take 75 and divide it by 15, we would get, it would go in there 5 times. So it's probably a 5% defense bonus. Let's run that calculation. Plus 5%. So no, 5% definitely is not right. 75 plus 10%. That's definitely not right. 75 plus 20%. So yes, about 20% enhanced defense is what 15 defense would add up to. So they could very easily just simply change the plus 15 defense to plus 20% defense, and then we would have a situation where we would have a much higher defense on the Bone Weave armor. So we would be at 436. So 436 minus 15 plus minus 15 plus 20%. So instead of 436, we'd be looking at 505. I guess maybe they could bump it a little higher than that. I don't know. All in all, I'm a little underwhelmed at the upgrades on this. I could totally see 1-tier upgrades on the armor and the weapon if you were using this set for a little while, because the armor and the weapon would both give you a pretty nice bump in defense and your damage. The armor particularly goes quite high compared to what it is normally. So, you know, normally it's only about, what is it, like 90 defense. And then when you upgrade it, the Nightmare version goes to like 225 or 235 defense, which is a pretty big bump in defense from 90. And the weapon, of course, also goes up quite a bit from normal to Nightmare. So if you actually were going to use the weapon in some capacity, you know, bonking things, I would definitely give it at least 1 upgrade. All in all, though, I feel like the Cathan's Mesh really kind of underperforms, and the Cathan's Trap really kind of underperforms when it's upgraded, and there are probably a lot better options. I mean, as far as defensively, though, I mean, it's decent defensively. If you're using it specifically from a resistance standpoint toward the end of Nightmare, upgrading it might be a good idea just simply to get the extra defense. As you can see here, I am rocking 55%, 50, 50, and 25 resistances with this set on, which is not terrible. And if I augmented that with a pair of boots, ring, belt, and gloves, I would be rocking probably cap resistances in Nightmare difficulty. But it's going to wane off relatively quickly in Nightmare difficulty. You're going to find yourself in a position where you don't want to wear this anymore, and you're going to start finding better pieces of equipment. I mean, I would hope that you would find better pieces of equipment before Nightmare difficulty. But if that's not the case, and maybe you've just got all the runes laying around in the world, perhaps upgrading one or two of these pieces might not be a terrible idea. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and keep watching.